Uh, I'm back again. You couldn't tell I've been cutting some shit out. I moved everyone up some more, and I let the enemy army there advance a bit. As you can see, I'm using these cliffs as a sort of choke point, so they all have to fight Lex and Finn. Yeah, you really did not want to see all, like, me moving everyone up, me getting everyone in position for conversations, and me doing all that other shit. Oh, and another thing is, I recorded this, and I'm, commentating on it, post-commentary, I believe they call it, because, when I was recording this, my brain was just, in flatline mode, and it's been in flatline mode for a while, which is why it's taking me so long to do this, because, playing this game is fine, and so is talking about it, but doing both at the same time sucks ass, and I hate doing it. But, if I just do it a little bit at a time, eventually it'll be done, right? Yeah, I don't even have to worry about Lex. Lex is... well, he's not invincible, of course, but, I mean, just look what he did to that guy. He brutalized him. Which is why I'm having him in the front line along with Finn. I have Finn there because he's got the elite ring, and I want him to level up soon and promote, while keeping them out of sight of the long archers. Ballistas. I think they're called long archers in this game, but they're ballistas. Yeah, there is one spot where I could just have Lex tank everything because nothing can pass him, but that put him too much in danger. Levin isn't there at the moment. Levin is by the castle. Oh wow, just as I talked about that, I swooped down and showed it. Well, yeah, Levin's down there because he's going to recruit Fury or Fairy or whatever the translators decided to call her in this game. Beowulf and Lachesis are back there training each other. Beowulf's going into the arena, getting his ass kicked every single time, and Lachesis is healing him so she can get some staff experience. Also, you notice that conversation gave her some stats. That was basically like 2 free levels up without actually leveling up, which is like, that's good because she still has room to improve, and she also got free stats. Some pretty useful stats at that. Beowulf just does not stand a chance in the arena. Not against a guy who can double him. He could get lucky. It's possible. Which is why I actually keep sending him in. I don't actually expect him to win, but he can, so that's why I try. Even with all this staff healing shit, I don't think Lachesis is going to improve enough or quickly enough, so I'm gonna have her eventually fight the boss of this chapter. Oh god, bless me. How embarrassing, but it's that time of year, people, where I leave my window open to get some fresh air in at the cost of destroying myself with allergies. Yeah, we got some very fast-paced gameplay going on here where, I've just been fucked in the ass enough by Fire Emblem games where I'm just contemplating everything. But then it's never enough. Eventually I'm gonna be cocky, I'm gonna make one slip up, and then I'm gonna have to start over. But not to worry, this is pre-recorded, which is a weird term if you think about it. It's pre-recorded. It makes it sound like you recorded before it happened, but it's already been recorded. So I already know that I'm going to succeed. At this point, I'm realizing, oh shit, they have a 96 hit on Finn. Finn's gonna die. Finn can take it. He's got prayer. Yeah, even though I cut this down to like the bare minimum, and like I was wiping sweat off my fucking forehead when that happened. Like, I would have been so fucking upset if he had died because of my stupidity again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, even though I cut this down to like the bare minimum of what it can be, I still don't have much to say. I've already talked about, like, you know, mechanics, I've talked about characters, I've talked about whatever I can. All I've got to say is, I'm fighting the bad guys. I'm baiting them, because they're stupid enough to send groups of 5 into my entire army, while they have, you know, groups of like 10 guarding castles. I was gonna do some stupid special effects shit where I zoom in on the javelin as it misses Finn, like I did one time a while ago. But the joke's not as funny the second time, and I already explained it was. I'm pretty sure it was prayer that saved his ass. Probably would have added a little sound effect of people cheering too. That would have been good. But I've checked out. Like, it's chapter 2 of this, what is it, like, well, I guess if you count the prologue, it's like 12 chapters long, this game. So it's like chapter 3, and I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. Though, admittedly, this is sort of like the most boring part of this chapter. It's not the most boring part of the game. I already know what the most boring part of the game is. Chapter 5. And, well, not quite there yet. In fact, Chapter 4 has some shit parts in it, too. And even then, after I capture this next castle and whatever, kill all these enemies, I'm gonna have to go back to the villages and carefully select... Oh, level up, great. Carefully select who gets what. I still haven't picked up the bargain ring. I'm probably going to give it to a staff user, because they can't make money in the arena, and staves are expensive to repair. Particularly staves that are status afflicting and staves with low numbers of uses. For instance, the reserve staff will be getting eventually, or what's it called in the American version? Fortify. That one can be pretty expensive to repair, and it's right that it is expensive to repair because it is the greatest staff in the game. And yeah, I think I get the most mileage out of that one. Here I'm just checking to see if anybody can talk. If you looked at for a very brief moment at Lex, his little unit thing had like an up arrow and an OK, which means he's ready to promote, which we will see soon. We will see soon. This is what happens when I don't commentary for a long time. I lose the ability to speak. I don't think I've actually spoken to anyone in like 2 weeks. My mouth has just been shut the whole time. Well, I don't have much topical stuff to talk about to pass the time. I emulated Mega Man 0. That was okay. I was expecting a little more. I mean, the game was hard, and I like hard games, but there was one, like, mission that I actually didn't even finish the game. I sort of just gave up on this one mission because there's moving platforms underneath you, and below that is a death pit, but you can't see down enough to know where exactly the moving platforms are, so it's sort of like a leap of faith thing, and if you die, you have to, like, restart the mission, or else you get a bad rank. And I hated that so much, and I was like, you know what, game, you can go fuck yourself. So, for some reason that game lets you just skip missions. I guess you get like a worse ending or something, or a worse rank, but it's like, what kind of stupid game is like, we're the hardest game ever, but if the mission's too hard, you don't have to do it. It's like, a normal person's just gonna reset if they fail the mission. They're just gonna load a save, because you have save data. So it's like, why add that extra annoying step of loading the save? If I fail the mission, make me do it again. And then I went to the last level, and they brought in that, like, the Mega Man disappearing, reappearing blocks thing, only, like, they disappeared and reappeared, like, sort of faster. Like, as one was disappearing, the other one would reappear, so you had to time your jumps perfectly for all of them. And I was just like, you know what, Mega Man Zero, I don't feel like this right now. I get it, you're hard, and I'm a chump. I don't have to put up with this. Though I have been playing a different, I guess, hard game, which... It's... I guess I'll talk about it later. I'll make it a surprise. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you about it right now because I've got plenty of video left. Just last night, I downloaded God Hand, and... You know, for a long time, I was just like, this game looks cool. I'm gonna give it a try one day. And I can't even believe how, like... I was expecting it to be pretty good, but I wasn't expecting it to be fucking amazing, which it is. This game is awesome, man. I've only gotten to the second stage, but the stages are like, you know, 4 parts long. It has nothing to do with Fire Emblem, it's just that, you know, I was playing Mega Man Zero, and it was a hard game, and I didn't like it very much. And then I played God Hand, which is a hard game, and I fucking am in love with it. It's such an amazing game. But I haven't played it enough really to go too in-depth with it. But it's got a lot of personality. And the main character is really cool. The music is great. And beating people up is really satisfying. Like that means anything. Here I'm calculating the best way to get Lex to the castle so I can promote him. I decide to warp him because I get some experience for Adine. Give me a nice pentagram warp straight to hell. Luck is good for a staff user. Shh, everybody be quiet. Lex is promoting. Five strength, 4 defense. So there's that, and he has more movement now, I'm pretty sure. So now Lex just went from being like one of my best units to pretty much being one of my best units. I don't know. He was good before, and now he's great. He's literally a great knight. That's his class. He became a great knight. I was like thinking, maybe he's good enough to take on this guy. I forgot the outcome. Let's see what happens. I have a weird feeling that he might not win. Yeah. Sorry, Lex. You still can't do much about those swords. Well, look at him move. Arden and Levin are just sitting there, waiting to take on the Pegasus troops. What else do I have to talk about? I swear, I just had something in the forefront of my mind, but I've completely forgotten. Let's see, I talked about God Hand and Mega Man. I would talk about PSO2, but I really don't want to. I've been playing that a lot, and by that I mean I've been playing it too much. I have a weird feeling that everybody who I play it with hates me, and I hate them. I've stopped leveling up as often as I want to. I have good equipment, but I don't feel like spending money on upgrading it. I've just sort of hit a wall of, I've been playing you for like over 6 months. And what do I have to show for it besides an empty wallet? Here's Holland showing off that he's not useless, which I like. I like it a lot. You're a good man, Holland. Again, dead air. Nothing to talk about. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this shit because I know I have something to talk about. I just can't remember what. Alright, I remembered what I was going to talk about, but it was something really, really stupid and kind of petty. So, I'll make it short. I saw a YouTube review of Sonic Adventure 2 about how bad it was. And it's really popular to hate that game today because, you know, I feel like a lot of the problem doesn't stem from the game. I feel like a lot of the problem with the game stems from the people who like it, like me. Because a lot of people say it's the best Sonic game, which it is, but it really isn't, because that's really subjective. And, you know, a lot of people say it's bad, but, you know, the game came out in, like, the year 2000, and I know that's not supposed to be an excuse, oh, games should all, you know, be good forever. But, you know, it was really fucking good at the time. I bet you everybody who played it at the time, not everybody, oh, conversation, I'll shut up. Lewd. It's too lewd. Yeah, I don't know. It's easy to pick on that game because everybody likes it, and honestly, it aged terribly. It's bad, but you know, lots of people still hold GoldenEye up to this fucking amazing, glorious gold standard of perfect console first-person shooting, but look, play it today. That game's a fucking asswipe. It sucks now, but nobody cries about that. They cry about Sonic because people still suck that stupid game's dick. And honestly, if you hear someone sucking Sonic Adventure 2's dick, what you should do is just pay no attention to that person, because they're probably stupid. And the game's just, it's not that bad. It's just, if that game got released today, it would be super mediocre and everyone would hate it, sure. But at the time, it was kind of cool. I don't know, the guy complained about the stupidest shit in that fucking thing. I think I'm gonna do a jump cut right about here, because, I just moved a shit ton of people and waited a bunch of turns. Here we're gonna see Arden take some abuse from the Pegasus crew. Sorry about that little, like, bitching I had to do, but... You know, there are a lot of games that I used to fucking love, but I can't stand nowadays. Like, Phantasy Star Online 1. I used to think that was the best game of all time. I used to play it with me and my friends. We could talk about it every day. We could play it every day. We thought it was the shit. I wouldn't make anybody play that game these days. That game is slow and dull and boring and... I don't know, it's just times change, man. You know, sometimes it's hard to let go of a game that you loved. And sometimes it's hard to accept that people like a game that you don't like. Life sucks. That's what I'm trying to get at here, is that life sucks, and there's nothing that can better teach that to you than playing Fire Emblem 4. This game really teaches you how much life can suck. You know, and what's the point of video games, man? They suck your life. They're fun, but like, when have you ever learned something useful from a video game? Or made something because of a video game? I have absolutely nothing to say about this, by the way. I'm just hoping Levin gets rid of all of Fury's friends, but doesn't kill Fury, which I believe Fury won't actually attack Levin. I used to think she did, but I think she actually, thank God, actually ignores Levin. Which is really good, because I know how bad Fury actually wants to just suicide onto his Elwyn. And I know as soon as Levin and Fury get into a fight, Levin's just gonna be itching to blast off some continued criticals and shit. He healed a health. Here I'm not saving because I'm scared for my life. I'm checking up on things that I shouldn't really be checking up on, because all I have to do is end this turn, let the Pegasus crew impale themselves on Levin's book blades. The video is almost over, by the way. I know this was a long one, but it's like if I made this any shorter, it would have been bad. Like 2 shitty parts, rather than just like one gigantic shit heap, which is what I was really going for. It would have like started and ended in an awkward spot, so... I thought I had a lot more to cut out from this. I think this was like 30-something minutes long. I brought it down to like 25 minutes. I was really expecting like just a 20-minute video. Like, look at these stupid idiot Pegasus Knights. They can't lay a finger on this fucking mage. Levin's so awesome. Look at this 9-hit. I mean, granted, he's on a castle and stuff, but still, 9-hit from a Pegasus Knight. These aren't stupid axe-wielding axe fucks. These are Pegasus Knights. They're mounted, winged, lance-using professionals. You see that little dance he did to signify the critical? I love that. That's why I love Levin. Levin's the best. Fury just waits right there. I'm not dying. I'm not dying for no reason. She's a smart soldier, but her commanding officer would not be happy with her laziness. Fury, my girl. Alright, so as at this point, I was like, I finally completed my mission. I don't know why I put Levin back in the castle, but... yeah, after I scroll around, move a few people, and end the turn, I'm gonna save and then quit. Thank you for watching another disaster of an episode of Fire Emblem 4. Genealogy of the Holy War. Just end this, please. End my suffering.